Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I purchased this box set of flowers off of Amazon, and this is made specifically for a DIYer to put together their own bouquets at home. So this was relatively inexpensive on Amazon. At the time it was $16.59. This is the Floral Talk Artificial Flowers, their burnt orange selection. As an Amazon associate, I do earn money from qualifying purchases, but I will put this link into the comments below. They have a variety of different colors and different flower styles. So I'm just going to go through the box for the first time here, unbend the stems, and take a look at what we have. So we do have some peony flowers and kind of like a light peach. There's a lot of roses. Excuse me, and then they have some filler flowers, some berries, some ranunculus, a couple of leaves, and then they do have these kind of fuzzy seed pods. There's a few little smaller flowers as well to fill in. One thing that I did notice, the quality is very good. The textures are a bit different. So a lot of the flowers have that traditional silk feel to it, still very nice look, but some of them have a foam texture to it. And you can't see that on camera. It's nothing really noticeable. It's more of like the touch. You know, if you're feeling it, it's kind of like, oh, this is different. Other than that, I thought it was a very good selection. There is some pincushion protea in there. That's that darker flower. It's a little bit spiky there. That was a little bit difficult to work with, and I did notice in some of their box sets they have like a touch of an exotic flower, which is awesome, but it's a little difficult, at least for me, to work with, because it's a different texture, and which is great, but I kind of wanted to use it as a focal flower, but the color itself was a bit darker, so it didn't quite stand out like the lighter flowers did. So here I'm going to make a traditional, just kind of round mound bridal bouquet. I'm keeping my lighter flowers towards the center and the top there. That's going to be my focal area. And then I'm working the variety of different burnt orange colors around the outside. I will work in the berry, the ranunculus, those little seed pods. I'll kind of work them in throughout, almost like a filler flower. And then I'll tuck the couple of leaves that they provided along the base. I did notice on their photo for their Amazon site, they had added some silver dollar eucalyptus, which was very nice. I really like the color combination. So, I mean, at $16 a box set, I think that you have plenty of room to purchase some extra flowers to add to it if you wanted to. But this is purely from the box, which you can see it turns out to be a pretty good size bouquet. So if this is something that you're thinking, for your bridesmaids, it's really easy to work with, to put together, and it would be an inexpensive way to have flowers for a large wedding or a small wedding. So I'm also going to do, using the same box set, a cascade style bouquet. So this is going to be shaped in a teardrop. So I'm starting out similar to the regular mound bouquet round style, but then I'm just going to kind of bend and drape the flowers in the front to come down to a point. I'm keeping my lighter flowers towards the center and the top there. And then I'm putting the kind of medium orange flowers down into a teardrop shape. And I want to use the smaller flowers towards that point and kind of space them out a little bit further too. So it gives that nice dramatic effect of falling down, of kind of cascading over. Again, I kind of ran into an issue with the protea because I do want that to be towards the center, but I feel like it's fighting with my lighter color flowers. But overall, I think it turned out pretty well. And the stems themselves they're on a kind of a medium to thick gauge wire. They're very bendable and pretty solid as far as being attached. I kind of put these flowers through the ringer because I didn't get the I didn't get these shapes on the first try. It took me a few tries to get the bouquet to turn out right. So although I'm showing you 3 different styles, I must have made at least 10 different 10 different attempts on it. And I didn't have any of them fall off the stems. I take that back. One did at the very end. But other than that, they stayed together pretty darn good. But with that thinner wire, it makes for not as thick of a grip on the handle. So I would probably double over the handle or add something to the handle to make it a little bit thicker. So if I was to complete this bouquet, I would tie off the handle, maybe add a few stems to it, wrap it in a wax floral tape, and then wrap it in a satin ribbon. And then that way you have a nice, good grip on the handle. And there you go. There's the cascading style bouquet. So for the last one, I'm going to do a crescent shape. So this is going to be shaped, like a crescent, but it's going to come to a point at either side. So it's going to go left or right instead of straight down in the front like a cascading bouquet. I'm gathering the flowers in more of like a garden style where you have like groupings of flowers. So it looks like you ran out to the field, just picked groups of flowers and put them together, try to make it look a little bit more natural. So this crescent shape bouquet is very nice, especially for brides that have wedding dresses that might poof out at the waist. It kind of accents that line in that figure, silhouette that the dress is making that the bride has. It will really play up on that nicely. So if you do have a dress that's going to kind of poof at the waist, I would consider having a bouquet made in this style. It also just kind of accents a figure very nicely too. You can kind of bend the sides so it runs a little bit down in the front and then up on the other side, kind of making like an S shape, which again will accent the figure nicely. So the bouquet shape actually plays a lot into the overall feel of the silhouette and how the bride looks. It truly is a accent piece to the bride, and it should accentuate, what they're wearing, the look they're going for, and the overall feel of everything. So it's just something to consider. So I'm just kind of working those lighter flowers towards the center, doing just like the cascade before, where the smaller flowers are at the end, trying to space them out a little bit further. But there we go. There's that crescent-shaped flower. So please visit that Amazon website. It's worth a try.